Hey guys, Aaron here from Overachieve Fitness, and I'm here with Brooke. So what we're going to do today, Brooke wanted to have a good idea about a video for you guys today. She's going to talk about just some different motivational things. You've been seeing this week and end of last week, some of you have been struggling, with the results of your scans and things like that. So she's just going to talk to you real quick about how to stay motivated, how to turn this, instead of a 6-week quick fix, and turn it into more of kind of a lifestyle change and things like that. So she's going to talk about that. I'm going to throw in some commentary and some questions here, but we're going to hand it over to her and let her get started, guys.
All right, how's everybody doing? So today with this discussion, I don't have an outline or anything like that. I'm really just kind of trying to talk to you guys. If you have questions, anything like that, please in the comments reach out to me. I'm trying to make a discussion here. So as Aaron said, I've been seeing a lot of people, even some people have reached out to me saying about how they're just getting really discouraged. They're feeling down and they hit a plateau and things like that. And the biggest thing with fitness, anything in life, is being motivated and consistent and realizing that you're going to have those days. You're going to have those days where you're feeling discouraged, where you're feeling down. You're going to have days where you slip up. But what says more about you is how you come back from that. So, with motivation, us in here, Aaron, me, the trainers, everybody can give you all the tools that you need, right? So kind of like you can lead a horse to water, but you kind of can't make it drink sort of thing. That motivation, it's good to have people outside, your family, your friends and stuff like that, motivate you, but you got to find that within, and that's what's going to keep you going. You got to be self-motivated, One thing that really helps me personally, like with my fitness journey, you got to take it day by day, but then you also got to look down the road. For those of you, I don't know, that might have kids, stuff like that, think about how taking care of yourself now and things like that can lead down the road and have you be healthier when your kids are getting older, you're able to do more and things like that. So another thing I've seen is we have like a lot of, 6 week this, 6 week that, right? And it's awesome that you're driven enough to start that. But nothing is a quick fix, right? So you start that 6 weeks, you're doing a great job, whatever. And then the end of it, you make all this progress. What you gotta realize is you need to find a way with your fitness, with your nutrition and everything, to turn that into a way of life, rather than it being a diet or, a quick protocol. It's a way of life, and when you finally find the way to do that and how to fit that into your daily lifestyle, that is when you're going to really start seeing the results. You're not going to see them in a week, you're not going to see them in 2 weeks, you're not going to see it maybe in a month, but what you will start to feel is before you see changes, you're going to start feeling it. I know that from personal experiences. You're going to feel better, you're going to have more energy, other people are going to start noticing it before you notice it.
Brooke, real quickly, sorry to interrupt you, but one of those things, I know we have, majority of our membership is female, and it's giving a female perspective is great, because, other than you and Mari, and, with Alyssa helping us out with nutrition, and Sam, you guys are the main females here, so being able to offer that perspective is great. So what is it, I know I have a lot of the members come to me and go, hey Aaron, why did my husband, he worked out for a month and was able to lose 15 pounds, and I've lost 3, from a female perspective, let's just talk about that. How frustrating can that be? And what should they instead, and you kind of touched on a little bit, what should they focus on to kind of get over that initial, that frustration?
It is frustrating, and it makes me laugh because Mike made a post. It's like, a guy can take creamer out of their coffee and only lose 7 pounds. Right. A female can work out every day and gain 3, right? So first things first, whether you're male or female, everybody's different. You have your own biological makeup, medical reasons, genetics play a role into that. Not everybody is gonna react the same way, okay? So the main thing is don't compare yourself to others. Compare yourself to yourself. Compare yourself to yourself a week ago, a month ago. Are you making progress from yourself? You cannot compare. Once you start comparing yourself to other people, you're gonna get discouraged and put down every single time. You can't do that. And on top of that, as females, ladies, you cannot look at the scale, okay? We have these things called hormones, which are always raging, you know what I'm saying? It's been shown we hold more water, things like that. So you can't go by the scale. Depending on, yesterday you had a high salt food, you could step on the scale and be 5 pounds more. You can't look at that. You gotta, you know, the body scans in here are great to help keep you motivated. It's not taken into account just your weight, but it's taking that fat mass, all that kind of stuff. So I guess the biggest takeaway is what I'm trying to say with that is you can't compare yourself whether you're comparing to a male or a female, because that's their progress, that's not your progress.
Yeah, but you guys have to be patient too. I mean, you're gonna see a video that's gonna be posted tomorrow about Alyssa, who's been with us since February. And she, after her first 4 weeks, she didn't lose much. But then since then, she's down, you know, in the double digits in weight since then. You know, Mike, and he may have talked to you about this, and he's posted about this before, talk about the whoosh effect. As long as you keep consistent, the biggest thing is that look at what you tried to do before. You know, this was a 6-week challenge, or whether you've been trying to do something for a month, you have to stay consistent with it. This is the time before, if you've tried something, where you probably fell off and gave up, right? So keep going, keep pushing, and just, if you have any questions, you know, you can ask any one of us. If you're more comfortable with the females, ask Brooke, ask Maury, ask Sam. You know, they're here to help you guys, and if you have questions for myself or Mike, ask us. We're always here to answer any questions, and doing more of these videos and things is kind of our plan in the future to help you guys with stuff. So.
And I mean, the big thing with it too that's awesome about all of us, I've talked about Aaron about his transformation, right? From when he first started. Not all of us, you're seeing us now, okay? Like, you're not seeing us a year down the road. There's a lot of stuff like that. It might not seem like it, but a lot of us can relate to you in many more ways than what you can expect. Like, we've been there. Some days I'm still there.
With saying that, Brooke, do you mind, I put you on the spot here, mind sharing a little bit of your story, your background, your fitness journey?
Okay, so long story short, we only have a short amount of time, but one thing I can say is all my life I was active, right? Like I played sports, I did ballet, stuff like that. So I did that all the way through high school. So my freshman year of college, I had the choice. I was able to work and make money, or I was gonna do sports. So I completely cut out the sports and everything solely. I was going to softball practice for 2 hours a day and then going to dance, right? So long story short, cut that out. I'm going to school all the time. At this point, I wasn't lifting, doing anything like that, but then I was still eating the same. So mine, I didn't gain weight right away, but it crept up on me. So after like my first year of college, I went from being about 120 pounds to 165, okay? And it happened slowly, gradual, like, you know, the pants were starting to get tighter, and one day, I'm sure we've all had this moment, I looked in the mirror and I was like, no, like, I feel gross, like, this is not okay, this is the day. So when I first started, you know, I would think, okay, I'm not going to eat for 2 days. I'm just going to drink a bunch of water, right? I went through that phase where it's like I wouldn't really eat anything like that, and then I would binge. So it's like, you know, I would always tell myself, like, okay, like today I'm going to have all my cravings, right? I'm going to go to McDonald's, have my McFlurry. I'm going to go to Rita's and get my gelati. I'm going to get that 6-inch sub or foot-long sub from Subway and just eat all of that. And at the end of the day, I'd be like, okay, I'm going to start tomorrow. And then I would feel disgusted with myself. And then tomorrow comes and I have the same cravings, right? And that was just like a battle with me. I've had a strong battle with food, and I feel like nutrition is the biggest thing, because you can't outwork a bad diet. You can't eat 600 calories or something and be like, oh, I'm gonna go burn it off. Like, that's not how it works. Like, you know, you're putting in all that work for what? Just so you can keep doing your bad habits, just to work it off. You're never gonna make progress that way. So I finally I was speaking with my friends that personal trained, and he taught me about journaling, which me and Aaron has actually had, because I've fallen off with this. Journaling is a great way to keep yourself accountable and look and see patterns, or like how you're doing, like whether you're keeping a journal with your workouts to keep your progress. Keep a journal with what you're eating, because most of the time we don't realize everything we're putting in our body until we write it down, and then it's like, yeah, wow, I need to reevaluate here. So when I first started, I would just do soul cardio. I'm sure we've all been through this, excuse me. So, you know, go to the gym, walk on incline for 60 minutes, right? Do the elliptical for 60 minutes, right? I didn't believe in picking up weights because I didn't want to get bulky, right? So then when I started studying exercise science at Chambersburg University, I started to learn more about the body and how it works and things like that. And you can pretty much push the body to whatever you want to push it to. The body is very resilient. And as long as you're doing the right things, and it takes time to learn that, you can transform your body. If you're eating well and exercising and drinking plenty of water and hydrating yourself, making sure you're getting your vitamins, your body over time will transform into what it's supposed to be. I 100% believe that. You know, I've struggled with sleep eating. If you guys have ever heard of that, sleep eating disorders. And that was from me not getting enough calories during the day because I thought, oh, I'm gonna work out and eat less, but then I'm still not losing weight because my body's holding on to everything, so I'm not eating enough calories. So during the night, I wake up in the morning and I have an empty bag of potato chips beside my bed. I'm like, what the heck? Or like 2 or 3 Snickers bar wrappers. Like, that's not okay. Like, I've been there. Like, when it comes to feeling discouraged, like, you know, I just worked my butt off the day before, and I probably ate 1,000 calories in my sleep and I didn't know it. That's discouraging. So I 100% understand that, but you're either going to push through it and figure it out, or you're just gonna stay where you're at. And that's kind of like where you gotta make that decision. It's okay to fail. Like, that's okay, because when you finally get to that point where you're seeing that progress and you're doing better, you're gonna learn more about yourself and you're gonna become stronger through that, as long as you allow yourself to and you just push through. And that's kind of where I'm at. I'm not completely, well, I'm happy with myself, but you never become stagnant. There's always progress to be made, but you have to enjoy that journey.
You can always have goals. Always have goals. The fittest people in the world, the people that you see on TV, actors, actresses, health people, they all have goals. All right, always keep, if you're struggling with your goals, sit down with Brooke or I, we'll set goals for you, okay? Always, 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 that's important. Don't let things get stagnant, because when you get stagnant, you get lazy. And we don't want anyone to get lazy, then you fall off again. So that's important to always have goals. And like I said, if you need help with that, let us know.
And that's for anything in life.
Oh yeah, it's for anything in life, not just for your fitness. Have goals within your work, with your family, you know, all that kind of thing.
Everything that we teach in here progresses into that.
Right, exactly. But you have to make, one last thing I kind of want to touch on is you have to make yourself a priority. You know, and those of you who have sat down and talked with me in our meetings or orientations, you know, one of the things I tell everyone is it's okay to be selfish. You know, we're so focused on taking care of everyone else, and those of you that have kids or families, I'm not saying don't take care of your kids. Your kids are your number one priority. I get that. But if you don't take care of yourself, you can't take care of anyone else. So, and then your wellness becomes your illness. So you have to just make sure you're taking care of yourself all the time. So Brooke, is there anything you want to just you want to just finish us out here with any?
Yeah, so kind of just based on what you say, a good way to look at that is, yeah, you can look at it in a sense of being selfish, but self-care is everything. Self-love and self-care. You know, when you wake up in the morning, force yourself into that positive mind. Always look at the positive aspect of things, because at the end of the day, you can't change it. What's going to happen is going to happen. And for self-love and self-care, if you are not 100%, those people that you're trying to take care of, your family, your friends, your kids, you're not going to be able to be 100% for them. You got to be 100% for yourself in order to be the best person that you can be for yourself and everybody else around you. So that's kind of like the point.
All right, guys. Well, thank you, and have a fantastic weekend. Those of you who are doing the Race for Poverty this weekend, good luck, and we'll see you guys beginning of the week. Thanks.